Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Beacons Are Lit, a Lord of the Rings podcast. I'm the host, Mike Marbach, and today I'm joined by Stacy Lyons.
Hey.
Matt Garin.
Hello.
And Kelly Conrad.
Hi.
Yeah, we are here, and this is a very special episode. This is our first annual Ringer Awards, and what this is exactly what it sounds like. We are going to go through the Fellowship of the Ring, which we just spent a year covering, and we are going to nominate and pick a winner for various categories such as best fight, most satisfying death, most valuable player, best magical being, a whole bunch of different things. We will name the category. I will name some nominees. I will allow a moment for some write-ins from our panel, and then we will pick a winner. And if there is a tie, because there is just four of us, I will have the deciding vote. All right.
Wow.
Hey.
Any
That's
questions?
a lot of power.
Yeah, we didn't really discuss that, but okay.
Yeah, I really slid that in.
While we were recording.
Sneak that in last minute. Wwhy don't we?
Leave a lot of room for a democratic debate or anything.
Let the debate here, Ben.
Democratic debate.
Well, a little peek behind the curtain for our listeners. We haven't discussed mostly any of this. We're figuring it out as we go, Derek Chen.
And we haven't recorded it in like 2 months. So I've forgotten literally everything about the movie that I've seen dozens and dozens of times.
Yeah.
Same. It's weird. It was weird. All right. So without further ado, we present the Fellowship of the Ring Ringer Awards. Allow time for fanfare. And
Woo!
our first category is Best Fight. And the nominees are Gandalf and Saruman at Orthanc, Aragorn and Lurtz in the woods, Gandalf and the Balrog on the bridge of Khazad-dûm. Are there any write-ins?
No.
I have none.
No.
Okay. Kelly.
Yes.
Choose.
Well, I'm so nervous. Aragorn and Lurtz.
Okay. Matt.
Same. I'm gonna go full ditto on that one.
Stacy.
When you introduced the category, the first thing that came to my mind was Aragorn and Lurtz. So I really feel like I have to vote for them, but I'm thinking more about Gandalf and the Balrog, and it's so powerful. And yeah, Kelly.
Well, I was going to say, we don't really see much in Fellowship. The actual battle is the beginning of Two Towers.
You're right.
If that was included, different story.
You're right.
But we don't really
movie.
see anything in Fellowship.
Yeah, and you know what? It is just the magic staff against the ground, and
Which is
and the
epic.
bridge class. I'm gonna go Aragorn and Lurtz. Yes, I'm gonna go with my gut. That's what my gut tells me.
Then it is unanimous. Aragorn and Lurtz in the woods is the winner for Best Fight. I almost had...
Thank you, everybody. I am honored to receive this award.
Lurtz, you clean up so well.
None of us can. Yeah. And the next category is Best Battle. And the nominees are Weathertop, Moria, and The Woods. I'm sure The Woods have a name.
The Woods.
The riverbank.
Yeah.
Stacy, who do you choose? Or where do you choose?
I guess I'll go with The Woods. I want to say Moria, but I'm going to say The Woods.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, same. Just gonna keep this going. I think that in the wood, I think the woods with Legolas and Gimli and Aragorn all getting moments to shine. Lurtz coming out.
Seeing those like orcs running through the trees and the
Merry and
sunlight
Pippin
on them.
throwing rocks and getting carried away.
Yeah,
it's great. It's a great
Kelly?
one.
Curveball. I'm going Moria.
Wow.
I just always really loved this battle sequence, and it's our first big one of the trilogy. And I just think it's like very dynamic. Everyone has like, I feel like the hobbits have kind of more epic moments in that battle, and everyone has a moment. We get a Frodo. There's a cave troll. We get Frodo gets stabbed.
Yeah.
The build up, it was just like, it was so high stakes.
Yeah.
And again, I just thought it was like, so it was like eye candy. Like all the battles in this trilogy are eye candy, but this one, with it being the first one, it always was very sentimental to me.
I truly don't disagree with you at all.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. They have a cave troll.
Cave troll.
Oh, that's a great line. It's a great line.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's our first look at like orcs too, right? Or like, I guess through at least the good guys lens. And they're like terrifying. Orcs. Yeah. Goblins, orcs, one of them. Both.
There were orcs with the cave troll, and then there were goblins later that like surrounded them. Or were they orcs too? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe both.
Yeah. For all the reasons previously stated by Kelly, my vote is for the Mines of Moria.
We have a tie.
We do.
Oh my gosh. And guess what? Mike vote goes to Mike.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's fair. I could be swayed to say Moria on this question. I mean, this is so good.
Just to prove that the fix is in, the winner for best battle is Moria.
Yay! We have all the goblins and orcs from Moria to accept this award.
Man, the woods team was ready to get up and accept that, and just like that,
they got moonlight.
Yeah,
they got moonlit.
They got moonlit.
Melon. Best line of dialogue. So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to do is decide what to do with the time that is given to us. A winner, I can't even say it. A wizard is never late, nor early. He arrives precisely when he means to. I don't know half of you half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. Nothing important. That is, I heard a good deal about a ring and a Dark Lord and something about the end of the world. Please, Mr. Gandalf, sir, don't hurt me. Don't turn me into anything unnatural.
Nice delivery, Mike.
Yeah, very well done.
Any write-ins?
No.
Stacey.
My brother, my captain, my king.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
I couldn't even say it without getting a little.
Oh my gosh.
I would have followed you. Oh my God. Yeah, that whole line.
All
right.
Without hearing anything else and the nominees that I've put down, that gets my vote.
Wow. A writing gets a vote. Cool.
Frodo at the end says, I'm glad you're with me, right? Isn't that the line?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's not on its own. It's not super strong, but in that moment,
especially since you don't remember it.
It's nice. Well, I don't remember any line of dialogue. I lean on you guys for that.
Matt is seriously trying to figure out how to shoehorn in a lovely feather pillow. Just imagine you're home.
That's so true. If I may,
just close your eyes, pretend you're asleep, Sam.
There it is. That's close.
Something like that.
I vote for Gandalf's line.
Which one?
I think
so do all.
All we have to and more specifically, all we have to do is decide, or all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. I think that's just a line that we will hear echo throughout the trilogy, including the end of Fellowship.
Sure.
So that I would like write that on my binder in school. Like I just found that to always be a very beautiful and true line. So
if Stacey hadn't
had that excellent writing,
my brother, my captain, my king, it would have my vote. But I go my brother, my captain, my king. Stacey, I assume that is your vote.
I'm in total agreement with you, Mike. It was that line, and then it wasn't,
writing.
and then it was my own bit that I wrote for this movie and got $1 million for it.
I'm gonna fight the losing battle and side with Kelly on this one.
Oh well, we know who wins. But thank you.
Well, it comes down to the tiebreaker, and I will go this time with all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us.
I I gotta get on the winning
Boromir
team
sat
here.
down. Sean Bean, he was getting ready.
It's kind of on his own. He's kind of on his own side though, because he didn't remember the other one. That was Stacey's.
It's true.
So,
I tried. I put up a battle, and I'm proud of what I've done here.
It was a dark horse for sure, and would have been a huge upset. But it goes with the one that was in there. All right.
It's a good one.
So yes, for the winner of best line of dialogue is all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. Next category, most satisfying death. This is a death that you were glad to see, that you felt good about. Or if you want to interpret this in a way like, oh, okay, that felt, yeah, I can see that.
I can only think of one, so I'm curious to hear what these nominees are.
So the nominees are Lurtz, the one orc that got choked birthing Lurtz. And to hit the other interpretation of this, Gandalf.
Sure. You would put that in a satisfying?
That was so unsatisfying.
Yeah. And it's satisfying, like okay, I could see how interpret this in a way that is helpful.
Could we write in Isildur when he picks up his father's sword, or is that just not really part of the movie? Is that because it's part of the prologue? Does the prologue get its own award system?
Most
for best prologue.
Best
Sauron?
part of the prologue.
You mean
Sauron.
Yeah.
I think that's a great
fair.
write-in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Epic write-in.
Good.
I mean, you could also put Isildur in there.
Oh yeah, you could.
Really,
Although
kind of
it's not
off
necessarily.
screen,
Yeah.
No,
Well, it's on screen when he gets in
the
the
extended. He's in the arrows in his back in the river. It's in the extended edition.
Oh yeah, okay, I forgot about that part.
Not necessarily satisfying, I guess. Same reasons you wouldn't vote for Gandalf, I guess. Right. So we got Lurtz, the one orc that got choked birthing Lurtz. Gandalf,
Lurtz's dad.
Lurtz's dad. Yeah. Lurtz's
Do
uncle.
you think Lurtz has ever gotten this many mentions on a podcast? Like, I feel like we've talked about Lurtz more than anyone's ever talked about Lurtz. I'm happy about it.
Lurtz count. Yeah, just saying Lurtz.
Yeah,
all right. Kelly, who you vote?
Lurtz.
Stunned face. Lurtz, easy. Yeah, no
Stacey.
competition for me.
I will also vote Lurtz.
Not to be someone that goes against the trends here, I will also vote Lurtz.
Lurtz.
I mean, has anybody been killed in such a great, satisfying way? Like, he gets run through, pulls it in closer, that Aragorn pulls it out and cuts off his head.
Yeah.
That's great. And that's after he loses an arm. He also lost an arm.
You think that battle is going to go on for so much longer when he's taunting him, and it does not. And it's so lovely.
Decapitations just feel so final. It's like, well, they certainly are, but for it's most. Like, all right, that's the most final.
It's the only
except that what's the one beast where Hercules keeps cutting his head off and he keeps popping out new heads? The Hydra.
The Hydra.
Yeah.
Well, it's the only way you're going to kill a Highlander, so it's final.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and the winner for most satisfying death goes to Lurtz. With honorable mention to the one orc that got choked birthing Lurtz.
Lurtz is cleaning up on awards right now.
Yeah,
he's doing all right. All right, and the next
especially compared to his screen time.
Is we love Lurtz. The next category.
That's a shirt. I heart Lurtz.
I'd wear it. I would wear it.
Right.
It's just the graphic is just a tongue licking a sword with blood.
Love it.
Matt, can you design this just for our merch?
Yeah. Our Beacons merch.
Thank you.
All right. Now, the next category is funniest moment. I had a little tough time with this. So hopefully there'll be some write-ins. I have Merry and Pippin with the fireworks. Melon. And Pippin knocking everything into the well. Any write-ins?
I would write in. I don't know if this was supposed to be funny, but I found it very funny when Sam was trying to do the lament for Gandalf, and then he just sits down and he hates himself. He's like, shut up, Sam, you stupid idiot, Sam.
Sam's lament, yeah, and that's in there. Matt,
I think the funniest moment is not an intentionally funny moment, but it's got to be Aragorn's
council.
At the council. Like I can't not laugh when I hear that line. It's the only. it truly, genuinely tickles me. I gotta.
It's got my vote. It's got my vote. It's a great write-in. It makes perfect sense. We've talked about it for an hour across this podcast. So Aragorn's delivery of his lines at the Council of Elrond has my vote.
No other master.
You cannot wield it. None of us can.
It has
Stacey.
no other master.
Yeah, I'll go with that. It's fine.
That was I wrote Aragorn at the council. But although, Mike, I do want to commend you for including nominees that were comedic moments in the movie and not just making moments that yeah. So I do think that those are awesome moments, but they're not funnier than Aragorn at the Council of Elrond.
Yeah, if that's the bar, that's like a really tough one.
I actually think we should just clarify this just a little bit. It's actually Viggo Mortensen at the Council of Elrond.
Viggo Mortensen at the Council of Elrond.
Viggo Mortensen is
Aragorn would never.
Viggo's delivery at the Council of Elrond. And the winner for funniest moment of Fellowship of the Ring, according to us, is Viggo Mortensen's delivery of his lines at the Council of Elrond. Yay!
Yeah.
All right, and the next category is biggest entrance or grandest entrance. And the nominees are Aragorn at the Prancing Pony, the 9 crashing down the door, killing Kelly's grandfather. Not this Kelly.
I was like, what?
And those are the nominees.
I have a write-in.
Yeah, I have a write-in too.
Yeah. Stacey?
No, Kelly, go first.
So my write-in, thank you, Stacey. My write-in is a bit, could maybe be a cheat, but I think it's still, I would still consider an entrance, is when they each get a moment walking through the boulders after the council. I think I have that down for like a lot of categories. So that would be my write-in for, because it's best entrance.
Sure.
I guess an entrance to the journey.
It's biggest entrance.
Biggest
entrance.
It's like you could. It's not like really an entrance, but it feels like an entrance to this, like Act 2, if you will. It's a little figurative, but it's up to.
Yeah, I did think of Boromir specifically in that sequence as a potential write-in because he just. Yeah. Mainly because it's also funny to me because he just kind of looks confused.
He's like vertigo.
And the camera's here. The camera's here.
Yeah.
Stacey?
I was going to say when they're again, I'm so sorry to keep going back to this in the prologue, when they're fighting the battle and then Isildur comes and he just waves a sword and 18 men go flying and waves a sword and 18 men go flying and he's like 12 feet high. It's so dramatic.
Sauron.
What did I say? Isildur? Yeah, Sauron. Yeah, Sauron.
Yeah, I think it's another solid write-in.
Yeah, it's a good one. I was gonna say Cave Troll in the Mine of Moria.
Oh,
a great entrance. Also,
even got it introduced.
Also, oh my god. Oh, I can't remember the title.
Lurtz. Is it Lurtz?
Is it Lurtz coming out of the mud?
Actually,
the birthing of Lurtz.
He breaks a neck within seconds of being born. I kind of want to give it to Lurtz again.
Oh man, Lurtz is running away.
I was actually thinking of Liv Tyler. What's her? Gosh,
Arwen.
what's her? Arwen.
Oh, that
what is this? A ranger?
And then Galadriel's evil self. Is that an entrance?
I don't think so.
This movie does
entrance
real
to the
well.
in Lothlorien is really epic as well.
Yeah, it's not as good though.
All right, so we'll leave it at
I know
that.
my
We
vote.
have the biggest entrance: Aragorn and the Prancing Pony, the 9 crashing down the door, the Balrog, the Fellowship over the mountain, Sauron, the Cave Troll, the birthing of Lurtz, and Arwen. Stacey, who got your vote?
I'm between 2. one is my right
Your
in
right in.
Sauron, and then the other is the Balrog, because you see just like the flames for so long, and then when
Mhm.
you finally see it, it's like the most amazing CGI you've ever seen in your life.
And
for
his neck is
2001.
like,
yeah, I'm going Balrog. I'm gonna Balrog.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the
The
whip,
Balrog has my vote. I'll get that out of the way.
so don't even bother voting, you two.
I'll go ahead and jump on in and also vote for the Balrog. I really love mine, but I've got it in a couple other things, and it's not really an entrance. So
We'll get it an award.
Yeah.
We'll award
Yep.
it something.
Thank you.
Matt has the opportunity for a conscience vote.
He's gonna go Lurtz just because.
Oh man, I was actually alerts until about 3 seconds ago, and then I was like, the editing and that is not the best. It kind of chops up his moment a little bit. But the Balrog's great. Cave Troll's great. Oh yeah, let's go with the Balrog. Why not make it a full sweep for Balrog?
Yeah.
It's a sweep.
Yeah.
Biggest entrance goes to the Balrog.
The biggest guy. We
Yeah.
took it very literally.
A demon of the ancient
He
world.
was big and he walked in.
He was so big. He was huge.
Have you ever seen anything that big? I have not.
Yeah. Next category is the most epic moment. And the nominees are Gandalf escaping Orthanc, Aragorn getting into the battle, that moment where he's kind of coming down the hill.
The sword moment.
Gandalf and the Balrog on the bridge of Khazad-dûm with the "You shall not."
Oh gosh!
And that's what I have. Though I know there are more. So if you have write-ins, let me hear them, Kelly.
I'd like to write in the Fellowship passing through the two rocks.
Good one.
Yeah, that is your alerts.
We do have a category. Correct me if I'm wrong, like for most visually stunning moment.
Yes, we do.
Yep, we do.
I'm just trying to make sure it gets an award, and if that wasn't a category, then I think I'd have to.
I have it in for something else, so we can hopefully get it there. But Gandalf, damn.
I want to go Gandalf and Balrog, and I also kind of want to add in a little bit before that, just the scene where they're running through that it's like a wide angle view. It's like the first one we get in that when they're all running through and we see the bird's eye view of them running. I want to add in that running scene with the Balrog scene, and then that's for me my most
I think that's
moment.
because we'll just call it Khazad-dûm.
Yeah, passing the bridge and then and then going down.
Okay, Matt.
It's got to be Gandalf and Balrog. I don't think I can top it.
Yeah, that's where I'm going too. Kelly, what's your conscience vote?
I mean, the thing is, every time I watch both of those moments, they fill me with a very similar excitement. But I will have to say, I think the edge does go to Gandalf, you shall not pass. So that has my vote.
Actually, as we're doing this, I might write in something here myself. So hold that. And
after you've voted?
Yes. We haven't closed the voting.
Oh, okay.
Boromir's death.
Okay. I was going to say him taking the arrows. Is it so epic? It's like really the definition
including
of
his
epic.
speech with my brother, my captain, my king.
Oh yeah. I just got goosebumps.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's an epic speech.
Yeah.
I'm going to change my vote to Boromir's death.
I'm sticking with Khazad-dûm.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Balrog.
So the winner for most epic moment goes to everything involving Khazad-dûm.
Cool.
Yay!
Mine's a Moria.
Mine's a Moria.
Just like a quick 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And the next category is most heartbreaking death. And the nominees are Gandalf the Grey, Boromir. Although for Matt, maybe also include Lurtz.
I was gonna say, you know what? You stole my joke, but yeah.
Oh man, this is a tough category.
I think it's pretty easy. I think this one's a pretty easy call for me.
Same.
Yeah.
Call it. What do you say, Matt?
Boromir. Call him Boromir. I mean, maybe knowing that Gandalf isn't really dead is part of it, but
Gandalf doesn't get that like goodbye speech that makes Boromir so,
well, he does
so sad.
I know, but
right?
he does get like 10 minutes of everybody crying.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the scene.
And a whole Lothlorien sequence that is dedicated to grieving him. But I still think Boromir like makes me like weep, and Gandalf's does not. So
yeah.
Boromir has my vote.
Yeah. But Gandalf's is still a little unbelievable, even when you don't know about Two Towers. Like it just still feels like it's unfinished.
Yeah.
And Boromir's is so final because he goes over the waterfall.
Not as final as Lurtz.
No, because Boromir was not decapitated.
Exactly.
I mean, it's so tough because I think after Gandalf's supposed fall, well, he did fall, his death. I do
alleged fall.
His alleged. This is why I'm not a lawyer. Well, that's not the only reason. But yeah, I love like the scene after when they're all crying is one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. But yeah, I mean, not that my vote matters because it's Boromir, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with Boromir's death. I mean, yeah, so let's just Boromir.
Are you okay, Kelly?
It's just Boromir,
right?
Yeah. It's emotional
this
to
is
think
hard.
about.
We're in all these categories, we're just like everything's so great. It's hard to choose. What's your favorite?
Of course.
Yeah.
Just ultimately remember, this means nothing.
None of it. This is the Ringers. So
Lurtz just took all of his awards and just threw them on the ground.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Don't make our winners feel less than.
They're not going to see this. They're all imaginary. All right.
Not Vigo. Vigo is real. Go ahead.
The winner for most heartbreaking death goes to Boromir, son of Denethor. All right. And the next category is least valuable player. And the nominees are Pippin, Gollum, Bilbo, and you may have to correct me on this one, but Proudfeet. The one
I have a write-in.
Was the one that was sweeping and was like, oh, they're, you're looking for them. They're over. They're
That way.
Yeah.
Hobbiton.
Yeah. Kelly, right in.
The ring wraith who couldn't find them under the tree.
That was
great. Right in.
We called him, I think the whole podcast, that seventh ring wraith who just never really knew what was going on.
He was just along for the ride.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt?
I don't my vote. The only one I could really think of before this was the first one you said, and I think Pippin just is truly the least valuable player in this. I mean, later on he's got his redemption, but in this one he's a classic fool, and almost kills them all multiple times. So it's got to be Pippin.
Yeah, Pippin has my vote. Although the ring wraith that couldn't find them definitely should be up there.
Honorable mention.
That's definitely honorable mention because he's the least valuable player for the enemy. So he's technically our most valuable player, right? Of the good guys.
Mm-hmm.
But that's so good. It's hard not to award him something, but it's got to be Pippin.
I have a weak sense of smell.
He can't
smell anything.
This isn't an open forum, Ring Wraith.
It's not my fault.
Sit down, seventh Ring Wraith. Pippin fucks things up so badly. Specifically in Moria, just really.
It would just be funny if this was a real award show and then they have the camera on that seventh ring wraith.
He still hasn't found his seat.
Pippin's just hanging his head and
wandering in the back hallways, just like bumping into walls. I've seen this doll before.
The winner for least valuable player goes to Pippin, Peregrine Took.
Yeah, not one he's proud to win.
No,
right now,
no, but
he's hanging his head.
He gets his redemption.
Yes. Yeah. Next category is the most dramatic character, and this one is stacked. It's stacked. The nominees are Galadriel, Gandalf, Aragorn, Bilbo, Arwen, Elrond.
The
Any
cast
write-ins?
of the
I think throughout
The
the
elves.
throughout the podcast, I debated multiple times whether or not Gandalf was more extra than Elrond, or vice
Mhm.
versa. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to put my money where my mouth is and decide between the two of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Were there any write-ins on this? If anybody was left.
No, I think you got them all.
Yeah, I think you
Okay.
got all of them.
Oh wait,
Uh,
is Saruman in there?
He's
He
not.
could be.
Easily could be.
He's not going to win, but he's worth mentioning. It's pretty dramatic.
It was pretty
My vote
dramatic.
goes to Elrond.
Yeah, I'm
Really?
like,
Okay,
I'm gonna also go Elrond.
I can't see it. I'm not seeing Elrond.
I think he is one of the most extra people in this entire movie. Like,
Yeah.
even
he
his little
gets-
like talk with Gandalf, I just want to be like, talk like a normal person.
Yeah, and the way he sets up the council, and then the off-screen stuff when they first arrive at Rivendell. There's so much like table setting, dramatic stuff that he gets, summarizing what has happened as he's talking
His
to people.
brow is
Yeah.
constantly furrowed, and just even in that scene where he's like, cast it into the fire, the wind is like blowing on him, and he's like posing and like glancing back, and
Oh,
then
that's
he just
true.
and then he
How
holds a
about-
grudge against men for 3,000 years or whatever. Like,
Yeah, dramatic.
This-
I see that more as like I don't know, maybe more like theatrical. When you say dramatic, I think of like Gandalf throwing fits constantly, and I think of Galadriel going into all will love me in despair
Yeah.
mode, and
Yeah.
that's
I think
the kind of the way I'm
so
taking
I
dramatic.
disagree. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say Galadriel just because she has like one little like panic attack.
Yeah, I would-
Who
yeah.
amongst us hasn't, and then like moves on and is very mild mannered.
I agree.
I would go Elrond because he lives his life for the drama. Like Gandalf,
he does. he does.
Gandalf, I think, is just like a little extra. Like everything he does is like takes it a notch higher than he needs to be. But I think Elrond is truly dramatic.
I will
Mhm.
say, in the defense of Elrond's dramaticism, we do in Fellowship really only see him at very heightened moments where it's like, the ring is here, throw the ring into the fire. It's like these really high stakes moments. The council he has to be on, like, this is a big deal. So I do think that his flair for dramatics makes sense when we see him versus Gandalf, like, comes back after studying for many years and like freaks out on Frodo about
Yeah.
the ring.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'm kind of with Matt. Elrond was definitely not my first choice, but I guess Mike voted for him.
Yeah, well, anything could happen. We don't know. I'm going
That's
Gandalf.
true. That's true. That's
though.
true.
Lock
Mike
it in.
surprised us. That's true. That's
no,
true.
I'm big on Elrond. I really feel like I don't know.
He's pretty measured when Arwen tells him that I'm gonna die for Aragorn. Essentially, he doesn't.
Does he, or doesn't he lie to her and admit the fact that she might have children? And that's like a pretty dramatic thing to do as well. Like, I'm not saying he's constantly like yelling or like whatever, but he's just always about the drama.
The delivery
And-
of his lines, and Stacey, you mentioned
Yeah.
this a moment ago, but even in the chat with Gandalf, he was still like, who's gonna do it? The men,
Yeah.
the guy gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like, there was-
guys.
Yeah.
My
the other
vote
thing I
is
would say-
Gandalf.
We
I'll
got
go
2
for
for
Gandalf.
Gandalf and 2 for Elrond.
A lot of ties. Pretty shocking.
One other thing I would say about Elrond before the close of voting is that probably should have been in least valuable player, if we're being honest with ourselves, for not pushing, not going after
Yeah.
Isildur.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's a good
so
call.
He got
I
away
mean,
with
that's
one
a
on
really
this.
good point.
So maybe he gets the posthumous least valuable player award, special category. All right, and the winner for most dramatic character is Elrond.
All right.
Yeah, I think
That's going to be an
both of you
upset.
were looking
It's an
back
upset.
on
Yeah,
your
Vegas
rewatch.
odds did not have that.
All right, and the next category is most. This is the one that is probably most out of This is most objective to us. It doesn't really matter to the movie itself, other than showing the locations. That is most desirable hometown: The Shire, Rivendell, Lothlorien, Mordor, and I should. What?
Mordor.
You want to live in Mordor, Mike?
Mordor.
Mordor.
Moria in its
The real estate's
heyday?
really cheap in Mordor. You can get a great amount of property.
Hey, if you want
at
to
a
fix her upper,
bargain in Mordor.
Yeah.
maybe
Are
go
we-
for
Yeah.
Mordor.
Are we talking Moria as it was, or Moria
As
it
presented in
is?
this film.
Okay,
Mm. Full of
Oh.
corpses and goblins.
so it's
Sure.
Shire or Rivendell.
Yeah.
Or Bree. Is that, part-
Lothlorien.
me.
that might be part
Hey,
of the Shire.
Lothlorien.
Lothlorien, that's true.
Lothlorien's got my vote. Showing my cards here. I'm going Lothlorien. I think I said it in the episode before.
I'd love for
so-
all of us to show our cards. It's voting. I
Uh.
also would actually. I'm going to go
Touche.
Rivendell. I was going to go with the other with the Lothlorien, but I'm going with Rivendell because soon it's going to be empty.
I was
Well,
gonna
Lothlorien
go.
might also have the place to myself.
Soon it's gonna be.
I was gonna go Rivendell, and I've always been a Rivendell girl. But honestly, like these days, the Shire just sounds so delightful.
Yeah.
Like
Shire's great.
yeah, like just
Yeah.
like going to all these parties with your friends and drinking a beer and then gardening all day. Like it's kind
Yeah.
of the dream.
I'm 100% with Stacy. I'm choosing the Shire. Rivendell is stunning. You would have that the waterfall, like white noise all the time. The thing about Rivendell that gets Lothlorien's just not enough sunlight. I think I need a little more sunlight.
Too
Rivendell,
jungly too.
a little too dry.
It's
It's
just so humid in Lothlorien.
in Lothlorien. Yeah, there's, it's stunning,
I don't think
but
so.
just
I don't think so.
well,
I don't know.
we know, Matt, you're moving there. But Rivendell is like Hobbit, or the Shire has space. It's like open green and space. You can go for a walk. Rivendell is like seems a little bit claustrophobic to me,
Mhm.
being like kind of on the cliffs.
Also, like, does Rivendell seem fun?
It
What do
seems
they
like
do?
there's like the quiet,
Does
like
it?
quiet time is enforced at probably like 5 p.m.
Yeah, it feels like a little like
It's going to be empty.
I think. Well, I
You're
don't
gonna-
want
you're
a
gonna
place
get
that's
lonely.
empty.
Yeah, you want to live in the rocks
Michael.
alone?
y-
I can invite other people to live there.
okay.
I'm going to
all
be
right.
king of Rivendell.
I just
Okay.
the Shire just seems like there's always something going on. You know what I mean? Like
But it's not
Rivendell,
like
I'm sure that they have.
obnoxious.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not
sure
like
they have like
loud or anything.
lovely dinners, and we see some of that in the books, like the elves having. And you're like, oh, this, but we don't see it
Mm.
in the movie. And based on that, I'm gonna go Shire.
Okay. So we
Yeah,
have
I
a
can't-
vote
I
for
mean, yeah.
Lothlorien, a vote
Oh, Mike,
for...
Matt, you changing your
sh-
mind?
No, I was just gonna say I think that I think the Shire is a great pick. The only maybe mark against it is that like most hobbits are painted as kind of annoying. I feel like in the movies, other than like our principal hobbits, everyone's kind of like a busybody and
They're nosy, they're
and nosy.
gossipy.
Yeah,
True,
maybe I'm
true.
just
Yeah.
thinking of the Hacksville Bagginses or what's their name?
Sackville.
Sackville.
Sackville. Yeah.
Yeah, you might have some
It's been
bad
2 months, I
neighbors in
can't
the
remember.
Shire
Yeah.
for sure. You might make an enemy or two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But specifically location alone, like
All right. So
I guess you have to.
I also don't
Kelly's
mind
vote is for the Shire.
color.
Stacy's vote is for the Shire. Matt, your vote is for Lothlorien.
Big
My
whoa.
vote was for Rivendell.
Wow.
Mike's
so-
vote is for a specifically empty Rivendell.
Yeah.
It's gonna be empty. It's gonna be empty.
Lothlorien's going to be empty too, though, right?
They've stated their intentions to leave, which is another reason why Elrond is suited for most dramatic.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
don't think it
we're
would be
leaving.
protected by Elrond's magic once he leaves. I think
That's
you're gonna
fine.
have to defend it yourself.
I'm ready.
Good luck.
I'm ready for it. Bring it on, orcs. All right. So the winner for most desirable hometown is the Shire.
Wow. That's
Now I
proud
just
pleaser.
can't. I just
Proud
can't stop
pleaser.
thinking about you home aloning Rivendell.
Oh
my
Setting up
gosh.
all these booby traps.
Hey, Elrond, I'm
Oh
going
my
through all your
gosh.
personal stuff. You better come out and pound me.
Micro machines? Lurts slipping on micro machines.
Ew, Elrond's girlfriend. Blech. All right. The next category is the best magical being. And the nominees are Arwen, Elrond, Galadriel, Saruman, Sauron, Gandalf.
I have a couple write-ins.
What do you got?
I guess yeah, let me know how you think of these. Gwaihir, the Wind Lord, and Balrog. Are they considered magical?
Who was this first one?
Gwaihir, the eagle.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think there's some
I guess I was a little
confused
by this one.
It's worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Give the Eagles some representation.
I'm so sorry. Can you name them again?
Yeah, I also need to hear
And who was the second one from you, Kelly?
The Balrog.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there... Yeah, why not? The nominees are Arwen, Elrond, Galadriel, Sauron, Gandalf, the Eagle, and Balrog. Gwaihir, I should say.
Yeah, Gwaihir, the Wind Lord.
The Wind Lord, yes, I'm sorry. He didn't go to 7 years.
You said the eagle.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go Gandalf, and I think that might be not a good pick because I know Matt at one point was talking about how he doesn't actually use that much magic.
Yeah, he's like a light guy.
In terms of like all of those things, I think he's the best. Like I think he's like top notch. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that is the category specifically supposed to mean like the best at magic, or are they supposed to be like the best being that is magical? Because I'm gonna
yes
on that.
The best being that is. Oh, okay, I got mine.
Okay, Kelly, who you got?
It's good. Yeah, it's gonna be Gwaihir the Wind Lord.
Wow.
Like, yeah. That's my vote. I like obviously the
I won't
movies...
explain it. It's just my vote.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess it's just there's obviously Gwaihir's not talked about a lot in the movies, like at all.
He's in approximately 4 seconds of the movie.
But they're some of the most like epic. I mean, they're two huge moments in my book.
Okay, wait. He picks up Gandalf, and then the other one.
There's the Eagles
brings
fighting
all
the,
of like picks up Frodo, like fights the
Are you talking
Nazgul
about in the Return of the King?
Return of the King.
Well, that's not in consideration here.
Yeah,
I mean that's very true. That's very true. I mean, that's a fair point.
Gandalf has my vote. Gandalf has Stacy's vote. Matt?
Yeah, I gotta throw it to Gandalf. I like that he is so magical and capable of so much, but is responsible with it, and he's keeping that wizard oath. So I like it.
Yeah. And Kelly, was your...
All right, let's go ahead and move on. What's up?
It was in fact final as Gwaihir the Wind Lord.
Yes and no, you know.
Like no, I really just wanted to make I really just wanted to squeeze Gwaihir into this. Yeah.
I just really love Gwaihir. And I really respect the Wind Lord. But no, Gandalf makes the most sense.
I think Kelly's vote really what it boils down to is a vote for more respect for Gwaihir the Wind Lord.
Yeah.
From you specifically, Mike. I'd like for you to just stop calling him the eagle.
I can't wait for the hashtag respect the Wind Lord campaign that's going to come out after this episode.
Put that on some merch.
And the winner for best magical being that is magical is Gandalf the Grey. Mithrandir gets the win.
Yeah.
All right. And next category is the best score track. The nominees are the Shire theme, the Fellowship theme, and the prologue. The Shire theme being the you didn't know that one. Fellowship theme bum bum which is played, of course, in Kelly's
between the two rocks.
Months. Yes, between two rocks. And the prologue.
Ever write in?
Yes. Who you got, Matt?
I need that Urukai and Lurtz theme.
Yeah.
The notes are dum dum dum. That is a
What
great.
is that?
That is a great theme.
What's
I love it.
what's that big upright drum called?
The
Bass drum. I don't know.
or the timpani is
Oh,
down.
that's like the down. Yeah, I just
I think it's
imagine
a
they
big
gave the
bass drum,
big
right?
This is
upright
bass drum.
bass drum
drum.
guy just like free
Yeah.
reign to do whatever for that for that song.
Just going like Matrix.
That's their moment.
Reloaded,
Yeah.
just going off on that drum. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Any other write-ins?
This was very tough for me.
Yeah, they're all pretty perfect.
They're so good.
The Shire theme, I think, is also called Concerning Hobbits.
Yeah, and then the Fellowship theme, I guess, in that moment is called The Ring Goes South in Fellowship.
Yep. My vote, and I'm deciding in this moment, is going to be for the Fellowship theme. I'm going with that because I think it's just kind of, and whenever I hear, not that when I hear the other ones, I don't think of Lord of the Rings, but when I think of Lord of the Rings, that's probably the theme that I think of most.
Yeah. I this is tough. The Shire theme like really pulls my heartstrings. Like whenever I hear that, it's like, oh man, that's just great. Fellowship gets me riled up. Love that one. Prologue, I don't really think about as much. Not that way. And but I gotta go with my write-in. Like it gets me.
Matt lights a bedside candle, turns on.
Gets me riled up.
Yeah, when I get that Fellowship, I'm full torque. Here we go. No, I gotta go with my write-in. Like for the same reason as you, because when I think of like Fellowship, like I think of that big sweeping shot when we're going down into the mines of Isengard, and it's just such a that, and when they're running after them on the river too, like
for sure. Yep. That's a good one. So I'm sticking with the Fellowship theme. Matt has the Stacy.
Unnamed track.
Well, I really want to. I think I'm going to say the Fellowship theme, but Matt really is making a good argument.
Yeah, he's making a case
for the Lurtz theme.
The Lurtz theme.
I'm going to go Fellowship theme. I'm sorry.
All right.
It's really beautiful. It's just so beautiful.
Dun, dun, dun.
Specifically in Fellowship, because of the rock moment, like that is probably that's like for me the most goosebumps moment. Like that scene gives me the most goosebumps, and I think the main reason is the score in that moment.
Yeah.
The horns in that, like, get out of here.
Yeah.
So regal.
So that was the Fellowship theme?
Yeah. The ring goes south.
Yes. All right.
Sorry,
so the winner for best track goes to The Ring Goes South, otherwise known on this podcast as the Fellowship theme. Congrats. All right. Next category is the most visually stunning moments. The nominees are The Fellowship Over the Mountain, The View of Rivendell, The View of Lothlorien, The Balrog. That's what I got. Write-ins.
Okay, I got one right off the dome. Prologue, the big sweeping battle shot where we where we see the orcs falling off the cliff and the elves do the cool blade thing. I don't know if it's the same shot or not, actually, but that sequence is pretty visually amazing.
I have a write-in that I don't want to vote for, but I just want it to be mentioned.
Want some respect for it, sure.
Saruman on top of his tower summoning the clouds, and the clouds all like sweeping up high. And it's just like, and it's just like perfectly like it's really a a constructed shot, I'd say, and I just think it's really cool to look at.
Yeah, I think
but I'm not going to vote for it. So
I, like Stacey, have a write-in that I might not vote for, but I would also like it to just
you want some nominees in here, sure.
Yeah, I want some nominees in there. So the like the climb up the mountain before the passing of Caradhras. when they like go up in Caradas. Yeah, just like the walk up the snowy mountain. I think that's
Carrot ass.
Yeah, carrot ass.
Carrot ass. Yeah.
Caradas.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, me and the other fellowship members, we got to climb up carrot ass. So
I got another one.
There's a new Wawa up there. We're gonna get some gobblers.
I got another one though. The visual reveal of the Shire. Did you say that?
I didn't say the Shire. No, I said like every other location.
When I think we follow Frodo and Gandalf through that tiny little like ridge passageway, and with the camera kind of pulls up, and we see the shot, and it's kind of like biggest wide shot.
Sure.
That one really sticks with me. It was a good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
can we recap? Can we get another rundown?
Once again, the nominees for most visually stunning moment are The Fellowship Coming Over the Mountain, The View of Rivendell, The View of Lothlorien, The Balrog, Prologue Battle, Saruman on top of Orthanc, summoning the wind and rains and storm, Climb up the mountain, Reveal of the Shire.
I'm going to go Kelly's rock scene on this one.
Really?
That's what we're going to call. I mean, there.
The rock scene. Got it.
Yeah,
yes.
The rock scene. There's the mountains in the background, the wind on all their faces.
Can I say something against that though?
Like,
no, you can't.
Okay. No, I don't want to hear it. No, and it's still my turn. I didn't finish talking about why it was so visually stunning. To 12-year-old Stacy, Orlando Bloom was just right there, front and center. It was just gorgeous, truly.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt? What's your silly opinion?
There's a green screeny element to that one that stands out to me. If there were like a best goose, like to Kelly's point about the goosebumps, if we had most goosebumps, that one may get my vote. But visually stunning, I think the green.
Are you meaning visually stunning, like beautiful?
That's what I meant.
Oh, I was thinking just like a moment that like stunned me. Like goosebumps. I don't know. Okay.
Matt, is that a green screen shot?
I think so. Like I think the rocks are not. The two rocks are not.
Oh, those rocks are so real.
The backdrop is real footage, but I think it's imposed behind.
Oh, interesting.
It does always stand out to me, at least in a few of the close-ups.
Interesting.
We do see them in the wide. We see them in a wide shot, and they're going over the mountain. But like when we get into those medium shots of them, of like each one getting their entrance, in my memory, it's green screen, and it's something I've always kind of like noticed. Just in spite of this.
That gets your vote, Mike?
It does. My vote is for The Fellowship Climbing Over the Mountain.
I'm looking at it right now on YouTube, and you know what? I'm going to stick with my vote. I think it looks really cool. Matt, you can
still get your.
Okay. Well, getting personal here.
Where's your vote, Matt?
I'm going with my first write-in, the prologue, the big sweeping
battle
shot into the prologue.
Yeah, it's a good write-in, no doubt about it.
I think I'm gonna go with my write-in. I'm gonna go with the climb to Caradras. And I know I'm on an island there.
The mountain of grab ass. What?
The pronunciation is just getting worse and worse.
All right, so Caradras has 1 vote. And Matt, your vote was for
the prologue.
The prologue battle. And the Fellowship Coming Over the Mountain wins with 2 votes. Most visually
in a landslide.
Stunning moments in a landslide. Yes, eked out. All right. Next category is the worst line of dialogue. And I didn't put any nominees for this. So these are all write-ins. Stacy.
The one that makes me physically cringe every time I hear it is when, what's his name? Celeborn goes, "Tell me where is Gandalf, for I much desire to speak with him."
But I have much. He has some Aragorn
desire. Just even throwing in the word desire, I'm out.
For I much desire. He has some Vigo tendencies in his delivery there.
And he's talking so flatly. And then like 2 minutes later, he's like just talking to people normally. And you're like, so you had that in you the whole time.
Can we have a worst entrance category?
Could it be him?
And it's also mentioned or
Is it-
said with a feeling like he knows the answer.
Yeah,
So you just
exactly,
need-
exactly.
Yes, it's so true.
Is his name Celeborn or Celeborn? I can never remember.
I think
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
K.
That's what I thought.
Kelly, you had to write in.
So my write-in is sorry, Stacy, our sweet hot boy Legolas.
Oh, no need to apologize for this.
Yeah.
Kelly.
No, this
In
is
Lothlorien,
reasonable.
I have not the heart to tell you, for me the grief is still too near. And this is just the beginning of a lot of stupid lines of dialogue that I feel like Legolas has throughout
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
trilogy. So that for me is I'm not sure I'm gonna vote for that one because Stacy brings up a very good has a very good write-in, but
I
that
don't
one
know,
I
Kelly,
think
that
should
one
be
is-
mentioned.
That one should be mentioned, especially because it makes it seem like he doesn't understand Elvish.
He didn't understand the assignment.
Yeah. I don't want to tell you.
He's like,
Nat,
I
did
know
you
it,
have
but
any write-in?
I'm not gonna tell you.
It's one already, but I think it's gotta go in here. Yeah, our old Vigo. Count
Flirts.
Sauron.
Oh.
I don't know if it's the line. The script may not be the problem there. It's the delivery of
Yeah,
it. I don't know if
yeah, I
that
think it's
disqualifies it.
Delivery counts. I would say delivery counts.
Okay. Well, if it counts,
Delivery counts
then
for sure.
it's in there.
Both. It has no other master.
I have
And-
I saw the
one.
master.
One write-in.
other master.
You
I have
cannot
one write-in.
wield it.
And that is also Legolas. And that is lembas bread. Lembas bread. One small
One
bite
small
is
bite.
enough to fill him in.
Oh,
What is the full line?
One small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
How many of you had?
so much
Four.
exposition?
It's just for me, I don't think about that line because it's such a good line for Merry and Pippin to have that button on that
Yeah.
like I group those as like a nice like comedic but bunch.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
agree.
the nominees then are worst line of for not worst. Let's everybody calm down. The nominees for worst line of dialogue are "Where is Gandalf?" from Celeborn. I have not a heart to tell you, Legolas. Aragorn at the council, and One Small Bite, Legolas. My vote is for Stacy's write-in from Celeborn.
Same, Celeborn. That's a fucking
Yeah.
terrible
Same. Sorry.
line.
Same. That's
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
That's a
needless
great-
salt on it.
It's a great pull. I never would have thought of it. And as much as we love the Aragorn line here, I think the Celeborn one deserves this.
Ooh, it's another sweep for Celeborn, winning for worst line of dialogue. And we've come to it at last. The great battle of our time. For most valuable player. And the nominees are Strider / Aragorn, Gandalf the Grey, Galadriel, Arwen Evenstar, Frodo, Sam. Any write-ins? It's a toughie.
Yeah.
It's
It
really
is
hard.
tough.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can beat, like, there may be some other mentionables, but like
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's gonna stack up against this cast here that we've
Yeah.
got. It's tough.
I'm
I don't know.
I'm gonna have a hard time picking this because I really, really want to say Aragorn because he does do so much. He becomes like the de facto leader by the end. Like, but in terms of just most valuable player, no one else could carry that ring but Frodo.
Mm.
Mm.
God,
No
I
one
wasn't even
could.
thinking about Frodo, but that seems like, yeah,
No
gosh.
one if you don't have
stepped up
Frodo,
when
what do
no
you
one else
have?
did.
You know?
Yeah.
They're fighting each other. Everyone's fighting at the council, and Frodo
Yeah.
just stands up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Both
only
yeah.
argument I have with that is putting him up because my deciding is between Frodo and Gandalf
Hmm.
because Gandalf set all of this shit in motion and then comes
Yeah.
through clutch a couple times.
It's
Yeah,
it's Gandalf, Aragorn, Frodo for me. I mean, I would cut everyone else out of there and just. I mean, this is.
Yeah.
Agree.
I guess it depends on what part of the journey you're looking.
Well,
at.
I would
The whole
part of me
thing.
wants to go for Sam too, but I think he might get his time later.
I mean, I think Sam is overall MVP, but specifically for Fellowship.
Yeah.
My vote goes to Frodo.
I think I'll go for Frodo.
Right?
For Frodo.
Yeah. I think I gotta go.
Bingo.
For alerts.
Bingo.
Oh God, bingo.
Stacey, that was for bingo. I had one for bingo. Kelly? Bingo? Bingo. What's his name-o?
I mean,
Right.
I mean,
All right.
it's like, it just wouldn't, we wouldn't even, this situation wouldn't be able to exist without him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so good that he makes Gandalf say, hobbits after 100 years, they can still find ways to surprise you.
Yeah.
I butchered the line, but like,
No, you got it, Matt. That was the gist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they'll surprise you.
Yes. I mean, wow. I mean, Frodo, I can't
De Niro. He's De Niro.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm going to nominate that for worst line of dialogue.
Of the podcast. Yeah. All right. So the most valuable player for the Fellowship of the Ring goes to Frodo Baggins.
Bingo, bango.
Yeah, Mr. Frodo. All right.
A nice 60-year-old.
Another line that could have been maybe included, and that is the quest. I can't even remember the exact line now because it's been 2 months since I've last watched. But that is Galadriel. The quest success
stands upon the edge of a
knife. Stray but a little, and it will fail.
To the ruin of old.
Go. Any final thoughts?
What a great award show.
Who do we think?
Successful.
Who do we think got the most amount of awards?
Yeah, I would
say Lurtz probably got the most amount of awards. What do you think?
Yeah, Lurtz. I think Gandalf is involved in a lot of awards.
Aragorn's involved in a lot because he was in a lot with Lurtz.
Well, that actually officially concludes our Fellowship of the Ring coverage. We will be back covering the Two Towers soon at some point. We'll discuss and we'll get that on the books and we'll start.
I'm so excited for Two Towers.
Oh my God.
I just realized this meant I'm going to be like watching the Two Towers a lot. And I'm like really excited about that.
Yeah,
me too.
All right. Well, thank you, Stacey. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Kelly. And thank you all for listening.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye.
And thank you, Lurtz.